Thank you for joining for part two. In part one, we talked about the spot market and the futures market. Now we talk about the options market. Now I should say that the the contract that Sri Lanka signed with Deutsche Bank was not an options contract, no options. It was a futures contract, no hedging. I don't know why everybody calling it a hedging contract. It's nothing to do with hedging. And um, I just have options market included in here, even though the contract has nothing to do with options, um, for the reason that you could see that there were other options that Sri Lanka could have done, and to for this deal instead of this futures contract that they did, and there were better options. Using these call options, put options, you could buy call options, you could sell call options, you could buy. There are four ways you could structure a option contract. So for that reason, I have included in here. So anyway, so what was the deal that Sri Lanka signed with Deutsche Bank and a bunch of other banks? And so these are the key terms here. And if you go to this document, and if you come to page 7, page 6 of this arbitration document, and they have the key terms here. And they have some legal wordings. For our purpose, we really don't need that. And what we are looking at was the contract terms. So the contract starts on August 1, 2008, and agreed price was $112.50. So what these terms, what this document and these key terms says is that if you read it here, that they tell you. I summarized in here. So from there I got this information here. Agreement start date August 1, 2008. Agreement end date July 31, 2009. So it's a 1-year agreement. Oil price on the agreement date was $137.52 per barrel. The agreement is valid for 12 months. Oil volume 100,000 barrels per month. Now it says if the monthly oil price goes above $112.50, Deutsche Bank would pay the difference between the oil price and $112.50. So if the oil price goes to 150, we still pay only $112.50 because Deutsche Bank is going to pay the difference. Okay. So let's say here I have an example that it says oil price for the month of December 2008, let's say it's 122, and we pay $112.50, who are the people selling oil, Iran or Iraq or whatever, and the Deutsche Bank is going to pay the difference, 122 minus 112.5, that would be 9.5 times 100,000 barrels, that would be $950,000. So if you want to buy oil from, let's say, Saudi Arabia, and the oil price is 122, and we pay $112.50, and the remaining above the price above $112.50 would be paid by Deutsche Bank. Well, not so fast. Not so fast. Deutsche Bank has a clause. And it says Deutsche Bank has a maximum price difference of 10 USD. That's it. $10. Then I'm going to pay the whole thing. They're saying $10. In other words, if the oil price is 135, then Deutsche Bank would pay 10 times 100,000, 1 million USD. It's in the contract. So, what's the point? What is this contract? And then there's another cap. Maximum amount DB Deutsche Bank would pay is limited to 2,500,000, 2.5 million USD. That means they're not going to pay for the year, for the whole year. Their total loss is 2.5 USD. And the oil, and then, so you have two caps. One is the cap for the month, that will be, they're going to pay the difference between 112.5 and the oil price, if it is 135, and if it is 135 minus 112.5 is be 22.5 US dollars they will pay, but they're not going to pay 22.5, but because there's a cap of $10 USD. So they're going to pay 10 times $100,000 million. That's it. And also, for the year, they have a maximum cap of 2.5 million USD. Now, on the other hand, what are we going to pay? We are going to pay, if the oil price drops below 112.5, and we would pay, let's say, oil price goes to 100, then we would pay 112.5 minus 100, so will be $1.2 million. And what is our cap? Let's say oil price went to 40. Actually, it did. And we have to pay 112.5 minus 40. That would be a humongous amount, $7 million or something. That huge amount that we have to pay, and we don't have a cap on our side. No cap. And maximum cap for, that is a $10 cap per month for the Deutsche Bank, and there's a maximum cap of 2.5 million USD for the whole contract. And what is the cap on Sri Lankan side? 0. No cap. How you explain that? So, and this is the, and on the other hand, if you look at the contract terms, and if you go back, it is possible that oil price could have stayed up, could have gone higher and higher, and they would be paying, Deutsche Bank would be paying us $10 per barrel for 100,000 each month. That could have happened, but they have a cap. They have a 2.5 million USD cap, and our side there is no cap. So that is the contract, and now you're educated enough to know the contract terms, and you could make your own judgment. Is it a good deal or bad deal or whatever? Anyway, thanks a lot for listening. I hope you enjoyed it.